I'm Callie Ferris reporting for the Transformative Education Drive at AUB. On the 30th of October, we hosted the comedian NEMR to give a mentoring talk. I will be interviewing NEMR and attendees from this talk. Hi, thank you for coming. What does it mean to you to give a mentoring talk?
To give a mentoring talk, I think the best part about this is I graduated from AUB with a very average, and then to come back and lecture other students, there's a beautiful irony to it. And if my dad's watching, I'd just like you to know that, you see, the money didn't go to waste. You see that? This is a proof right here, you know? And I like to think I'm a testament to the fact that you have to be smart, but you don't have to get good grades. You can still come to AUB. I'm just saying. That's what it means. It's great. It's a validation. On a serious note, it's a great validation. This is the American University of Beirut. It's the oldest institution in the entire region. It's the greatest university in the world. And it's not LAU, so it's great.
Okay, and do you have any special memories or what is your best experience in AUB?
Oh, goodness. I was here for 4 years. I came as a freshman. I think what I loved the most were the teachers. I remember I made such good friends. Asim Safiuddin, Tariq Kittani. I could go on and on. So many teachers, besides just the friends, because you can make friends in Lebanon anywhere, but the teachers were so welcoming. The professors, they'd take us into their offices. Even courses I was just interested in, I would knock on the door and I wasn't even part of that course, and we'd sit down, become friends, have conversations. I think that was the best thing for me, was to have that experience. And of course, to meet all the different people from all over the world, different religions, stuff like that you have in one place. I mean, nothing about this university and Abu Naji. All of these things are A+.
Okay, and how does it feel to take a different path from what you studied in university? Would you think it was hard?
I mean, the ironic thing is people ask me, what do you do to be a comic? And I say, get a business degree. Because 95% of everything I do is business. I mean, I spend an hour or two on stage, but then I spend months and years off of it, preparing for that moment. That's all, marketing, business, finances, cash flow, the whole thing. So ironically, it's because of what I studied that I was able to be as successful as I am today, So it worked out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. How did you find the mentoring talk?
It was very special and unique to have a comedian give a mentoring talk. I thought it was very inspiring and really out of the box. It was like the first time that someone gives a mentoring talk that's not a professor or a scientist. So it sort of broke the cliche. This is what I liked the most.
And was there anything you could relate to?
Yeah, definitely. It's about not giving up, having a purpose, and I sort of realized my purpose a bit later on in my life, which I could really relate to. It was nice.
Basically, it was wonderful for the people who really are in the stage when they are vulnerable. This talk is the talk. It's the right time for them to hear it.
Okay, and what was your favorite part? Was there anything you could relate to?
Yes, because I haven't. When he brings it out, you feel like something inside. You feel like something inside you, moves. You don't really know your purpose. So yes.
Say you were inspired by the talk.
Of course. And the NEMR is wonderful. I always follow him Instagram. Everywhere he goes, all his shows. It's wonderful.
It was great. We like NEMR so much. We watch him from old days. I was 15. From 5-6 years, I watch NEMR stand up on YouTube, on TV. I like him so much.
Yes, بعدني قايل له نمر he's my idol. من أول ما حضرت his first shows بالبابس أول شيء ممكن ما بلش he's still my idol. He's a fucking legend. Sorry.
Okay, and would you say you were inspired?
Yes, for sure. That's why we came here. Because we knew that this show isn't like a stand-up comedy. We laughed so much, but there was a big message, and I think we will work on it for the future.
Yeah, this show was phenomenal. مش كل الناس بيقدروا يحكوا هالقد وبيقدروا يحكوا كتير عن قصص وهو فهمان نحن كيف. He talks like us. He's like us. هيك واكثر شيء انبسطت انه قاعدين كلنا وهيك كلنا فهمانين بعض وهو فهمانا ونحن فهمانينه.
Do you always come to our mentoring talks?
Yes, yeah, I found it كثير مفيدة. كرمال الكل لازم يجي.
It was my first time. يمكن لأنه نمر يعني. حتى بالعادة ما بعرف إنه في هون talks مع people. بس this time because بشتغل بمالكس أنا فالمرقت البوستر علي. So قريتها عرفت إنه نمر هون بالأيوبي وبعرف دكتور بلال كثير أنا. فدكتور بلال عزمنا وقالنا إنه نمر حيكون بالايوبي وانا كتير بحب نمر يعني قلت لك نحضره من زمان فحكيت عيسى وهمسة هن معي كمان بمالكس جينا وكرمال الانفايت تاع الدكتور بلال وكرمال نشوف نمر بنفس الوقت.
Good, it was very good. I liked it.
It was very funny and very inspiring at the same time.
Did you ever expect us to bring a stand-up comedian for a mentoring talk?
No, it's usually more of academic people, so I liked this one. I liked it a lot.
انه I wasn't surprised لانه maybe stand-up comedians اللي مش معودين كتير انه يكونوا we don't think of them as very successful وما بعرف شو that انه هن they would have the stories to tell يعني.
And were you guys able to relate to anything?
Yeah, exactly. Because it was from a different background, we were more able to relate, and especially his from a younger generation. So yes, we were able to relate, especially to the struggles of not knowing what we want to do at first, and how it was not an easy path.
Exactly. إنه يعني specifically now I'm at a time where إنه بعدني I still don't know what I want to do هيك فإنه كأنه هيك حطني على الطريق إنه do what you إنه فكري وأنت اعملي عن جد what you really want to do يعني.
Okay, I have two questions now. First, I want to ask, what is your major? And second, after the talk, do you feel like you have second thoughts about your career path?
My story is a bit weird. I'm now a Med 1 student, but I have my undergraduate in mechanical engineering. So during my second year of engineering, I asked myself if I want to work in engineering or go into medicine, and then I asked myself, what would I work for free? What would be a job that I would do for no return? And it was medicine. So that year I took my pre-medical courses, and now I'm Med 1. I'm loving it. It's very hard. It's very tiring, but this is what I want to do. So yeah.
I'm a bio major. It's my last semester actually. وصار لي يعني like 2 months I'm having second thoughts. So مش إنه and that talk maybe بعد أكتر يعني خلتني أفكر. So ما بعرف إنه هيك I'm finding myself شوي.
Pretty good, pretty informative, very inspirational, and he's my best friend. I mean, like he said, anything he does is funny to me. Like laughing at him stubbing his foot on, it was his camera bag, and it weighs like 30 kilos. And so like that, we laughed at it for an hour and a half, but really everything he said. And he even mentioned me about the animation because I've been through that journey. I'm still going through that journey. And you know that when he said, Lebanon is not built to help you, but at the same time, it helps you because it pushes you, it beats you down. And if you really want something so hard that with all the beating you're taking and you don't give up, that means you can get there. So yeah, that's because I'm the guy who wants to do animation. So I'm going through it, and I did that. I graduated from NDU, computer science, and then I did web design, and then I did graphic design, and I got a little bit of money, and then I went to the US. And I did animation over there, and now I'm back here working on my portfolio. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be the next biggest game designer. Like the geeks listening to this, I want to be the next Miyazaki. And if I'm not, I'm gonna die trying. So, yeah, I mean, what Nimr said, everybody should like embrace it and think about it. And for the people who are saying, well, I don't know my purpose. Where do I go? What do I do? I found my purpose when I was 6. I got lucky. I played Sonic the Hedgehog. It blew my mind. I'm like, wow, the graphics, this is beautiful. And that's how it's like. That's it. I want to make a video game. And so yeah, I mean that's what Nimr said. Pick up a game, read a book, watch a movie, and then something will click, and you're like, okay, This is what it's been all my life.
Hi guys, what was your favorite part about the talk?
Okay, so my favorite part of the talk was basically all the talk. Like he went through every topic that you can think of, and like he went deep and he explained everything, and yeah, so I didn't expect that from him, honestly.
Alright. For me, like the favorite part of the talk was like just him as an influencer of the Lebanese like people. He always like for me, as he said, like it's always this country, but he's the number one like for me person who really shows that no, we as Lebanese we can take it, and with even anything, with any aspect like comedy, science, whatever, he's an inspiration. So himself, yeah.
Okay. After listening to the talk, do you have any second thoughts about your career path?
Well, I personally never had a clear career path, so like I'm trying to find it, and I'm searching for people like NEMR to like get me on the right path. So that definitely helped me.
For me, it mostly like it inspired me to also not only think about like the number one career path that's on my mind, but to also think about like what he said, like you one day wake up and you just know you want to do that with your life. So it just opened up some new doors for me.
I really believe that like the whole talk was amazing because like it was funny and it was very relatable at the same time. You kind of enjoy the whole thing. I really like the interaction between NEMR and the audience. It's amazing. He's really funny, and it was quite enjoyable, like the whole thing. And it was like beneficial to me because I could like think positively. I could think what I want to do. Like I thought I wanted something, and then now I can kind of direct myself, you know?
Okay. And do you feel like you have second thoughts now after the talk?
Well, I wouldn't call them second thoughts, but like I would think again, like, is this really what I want? Is this where I want to be like 10 years from now, 20 years from now? I can think further than just right now, you know?
They couldn't choose a better person to bring to the talk, and he's very funny, but كمان he can be very serious when he wants to, and he's very influential خاصة ل our generation.
Long story short, it was fantastic.
And knowing that you have been to our talks before, did you feel like this was outside of the box, like we mentioned in the email?
Yeah, and of course, I think NEMR, he brings every problem Lebanon has faced and all the wars that have passed and and he makes it basically like how we're a family. He unites us all behind even through our worst of times, and I think he's the best person for this talk, and he's just amazing.
يعني chemistry department usually بتجيب chemistry talks بس stand up comedy, and he's famous, and so yeah, of course it was outside the box.
And do you guys feel like you're having second thoughts about your career path after the talk?
Not really second thoughts, and I've always known what I want to do هيك, but maybe now I can have a different approach. I'm not afraid to مثلا say no, I failed here, or no, this maybe isn't really how I want to do this. I should try doing it in a different way. I'm not shy to just say what I want anymore.
And I no longer want to become a doctor. I want to become a physicist, and I say it on top of the roof.
It was really good. It was inspirational as always. I've always watched numerous shows, and I came specifically because
it was really good, actually. At first, he started off by cracking a few jokes and was really funny, and then he switched to a very serious and inspirational way of speaking, and it was actually really good.
Do you usually come to our talks?
No, actually, this was the first time I haven't. Actually, I've never even heard. Sorry, but it's because NEMR when I started attracting my attention, so I came. So basically, now I'm gonna know about you more, and I'm gonna come to more talks. So which is great.
It's the first time as well, yeah.
And was there anything you could relate to in the talk?
Well, I guess everyone has a purpose, so basically everyone can relate to what he said. everyone can understand it and interpret it ما زلت صح, the way you want. So basically, yeah, of course we related everything he said.
Yeah, of course, especially since NEMR talked about his own experience as a student and then while growing up. So I'm pretty sure that everyone can relate to it. And of course, business students.
It was really inspiring, and since we lived through most of the things he said, I can really relate to them.
And knowing that you've been to our talks before, did you feel like this talk was out of the box, as we said in the email?
Yeah, when you consider like you had Nobel laureates for past talks, and now you're having like a stand-up comedian who can like relate. But the good thing about this, you can relate to our everyday life here, unlike like the Nobel laureates who go into more scientific topics and like scientific field work. He's actually Lebanese and knows what we've been through.
Very inspirational.
Very interesting. I liked most of what he said, and also very funny.
What was your favorite part about the talk?
It had good messages, but he sent them in a funny way.
There were lots of good points about. There were lots of good points about the talk. I love the way he was making fun of everyone while being respectful to everyone, and that very last part when he asked us what do we love about Lebanon, I found that there is actually things to love about Lebanon, even though I thought we're hopeless. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add. But.
Were you inspired by the talk?
Yeah, greatly.
It was very inspirational.
Yeah.
Okay, and after the talk, do you feel like you have second thoughts now about your career path?
It's not second thought as much as like this is it. خلاص.
I've never had a purpose, I think. So now I think it's time to think about one.
Yeah, it's time to think.
Okay, and what are your majors?
Pure chemistry.
Computer science.
Pure chemistry.
It was so interesting. From now on, my long-term goal is to become a comedian.
Okay, and what was your favorite part?
My favorite part when he was talking about experiences of his friends, how they dealt with problems and how they became successful. It was motivation.
Okay, and do you feel like you could relate to anything about what he spoke about his life?
Yes, me too. I want to relate what I'm working at to politics. So his long-term goal is to help his country and to fix our political status. So this is how what he's doing is related to what I want to do.
And what are you currently doing now?
I dropped out of college. Why? It's wastage of time. I want to make money quickly. So I started investing. This is what we both share in common. So I will make money. I will teach people how to make money. I will make people independent from political stuff and like that. And this is how we share our same vision.
Oh, it was all so beautiful. And like, since he's someone who's so experienced and at the same time very successful, I think that everyone should leave tonight feeling different and learning something new and hopefully being able to implant whatever advice he gave us in our own lives. So I think everything was great.
Okay, and were you inspired by what he said?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even the fact that I've been watching him for 9 years now, I personally went through a lot of difficult phases in my life. So when I would watch NEMR, I would laugh. He would give me a good time. But at the same time, I would watch some of his videos about hardships and difficulties. And I would think, if this guy can do it, then other people can. And it was just so beautiful watching him speaking about it today. So yeah, it was all very good.
And do you feel like you have second thoughts now about your career path, or like after listening to him?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was because of him and people like him that I wake up every day thinking that I can do this, I can manage to achieve all my goals and all my dreams. And I just felt like it just inspired me even more and motivated me even more. Not that I was any demotivated previously, but it just gave me a second look on everything again.
Okay, NEMR is awesome. He's really awesome. I'm a huge fan of him, so I really enjoyed.
Okay, and No. Were you inspired by the talk?
Really inspired. He's a great motivation guy. He give a lot of motivation. He give motivation. Not even he give motivation even with like talking, giving some jokes. So he's really awesome.
Okay. And do you always come to our mentoring talks?
Yes, always. When I have like you send us a message over the UB. So I'm always here. I'm always like in your talks.
Okay. And in the email we mentioned that the talk would be out of the box. Were we right about that?
100% right. Yeah, 100% yeah. Even with everything was never is out of the box.
It was very good and it's inspiring. He motivate us to do a lot of things and follow our dreams. And the topic of the whole talk was purpose. He reminded us of our purpose for who and what we live, and to remember what's our purpose in life that we live for, and eat, sleep, and live for it. That's it.
It was very funny. يعني نمر مثل عادته بضحكنا كتير وبيوصل المسج تبعه بالضحكة وبالنكت تاعوله، فإنه هذا الشيء الحلو فيه.
He really made me think like how much I missed a lot in this world. He's awesome. He's funny. The talk was very inspiring. He's an awesome person, really, and he made a difference, يعني.
Okay, and what would you say was the most interesting part about the talk?
إنه the most important and the interesting thing about this talk هو إنه قدر يوصلنا كيف إنه هو أعطانا his personal life، يعني خلانا نشوف بhis perspective of living كيف قدر من الصفر يوصل from the bottom، يعني مثل ما قال يوصل لهون، وخلينا إنه نفكر ونقول إنه ما في شيء مستحيل. يعني فينا نحن كمان حتى لو ملنا شيء وما عنا شيء وباك جراوند بحيالله شيء معين، فينا نبلش من الصفر ونوصل للي بنطمح نكون إنه نوصل له يعني.
صراحة كانت الاكسبيرينس تاعيته، يعني إنه بالآخر حيالله إنسان في يحكي إنه يعطيكي لسن عن حيالله شيء، بس لما يكون في اكسبيرينس وشيء عن جد صار بتتعلمي منه، بتاخدي منه إنه عبرة. The story he gave us إنه all the funny stories تاعت الزلمة المعوبات وعم بكسر كل السيارات وكل هالاشياء، انه هاي الاشياء اللي بتخليك تهتم بالستوري تاعته.
especially انه هو كتير funny، يعني هو يعني العالم بتكون خالصة من شغلة وهيك وبدها انه شيء تريح فيه، مش منا بحاجة لمنتورينج وحدا يقعد يعطيك نصايح وهيك. فهالشيء انه هالهضام اللي هو فيها خلتنا توصلنا القصص بطريقة انه هيك كتير حلوة وبتفكري فيها وعن جد بس ترجع تذكريها بتضحك من أول جديد. فهيدا هي.
The most inspiring thing is that how he built his life from bottom to top, how he confronted every problem in his life, how he built up this inspiring journey and successful journey. That's pretty cool.
Okay, and after listening to the talk, do you feel like you have second thoughts now about your career path?
Yes, of course. لأنه هو خلينا يعني كل واحد خاصة بthis country عنده إنه ماشي على system. We are slaves to the system هلا. يعني كل واحد بده يعمل شيء يخليه بفكر إنه يكون في successful ويطلع مصاري وهيك. بس إنه لا، خلينا نفكر إنه فينا نكون successful بالشيء اللي عم نعمله حتى لو غريب، إنه إذا اشتغلنا لنوصل له مثل ما هو عمل.
Yes, he really did. هلا from the summer I started thinking that I want to transfer, change my major, and after this talk I started really considering it, that I want to take the transfer. I want to change it.
Yes, he did. He made me have another picture of what I used to know. He was very helpful. And now, thanks to him, I now know what I want to do.
يعني هو أهم شيء إنه الفكرة إنه هو من مجتمعنا، يعني هو منا وفينا. يعني عادة دائما بنكون نحن بنحلم إنه نكون شيء، بنشوف غير مثلا عالم إنه من يوروب من أمريكا هيك عم بيوصلوا له، وإنه هن إنجليش بيبل أو حيلا ناشوناليتي غير لبنانيز وهيك، فنقول لا نحن بلد صغير وما بنقدر نعمل شيء، فإنه هن بلدهم ساعدهم والإكسكيوز حاجة عنهم إنه هن حيوصلوا. بس الفكرة إنه هو لبناني ومن مجتمعنا واجا جاي عم يحكينا بالعربي انه ها هي، فبتفكر انه لا، حتى لو لبناني فيك حتى من هالمجتمع الصغير بس انه حتى القوي تقدر توصلي للي هو وصل له بمجرد انك تشتغلي له هيك.
Okay, and what's your purpose?
هلا انا ماي بيربس خليني ارجع افكر بماي بيربس. انا ماي بيربس كمان مثل كل اللي كانوا بالروم تقريبا نكون على دكتور وهيك. انا بحب كون على دكتور لانه بحب interact with people وساعد people to heal people وعندي experience bad experience هيك.
He was insane. This guy NEMR, holy shit. So he walks in, first of all, boom, rips off his shirt. Everybody's like, what? What? Women left because they couldn't handle it. Men stayed because they discovered something they didn't even know about themselves. It was incredible. And then he just gave everybody money. Thousands and thousands of dollars. Just boosted the economy. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Boosted our minds.
He boosted our mind. No, he didn't say anything worth it. It was just, it was money. So much money. You missed out. You could have made at least $52,000.